Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is the United States Census 2010. And we're fortunate to have with us to talk about the United States Census 2010 two individuals. Mr. NDarby, who is the team leader in the state of Tennessee, and with Mr. NDarby is Ms. TParham. Ms. Parham is a partnership leader or partnership representative. And Ms. Parham, I might have gotten that title off a little bit, but essentially what we're saying here is that both of you represent a very, very important element dealing with the census, United States Census of 2010. And what we'd like to do today is to get as much information from the two of you as we possibly can in reference to that. But before we do that, let's give the two of you an opportunity to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of the things that were important in terms of bringing you to us this morning. And then perhaps by the second segment, we'll talk about the Census 2010 itself. Let's start with you, Mr. Darby.
What the Census for 2010 does and what the partnership specialists do as a whole, we have 12 in Tennessee, which goes from Memphis to Johnson City. And we also have partnership assistants who assist us in getting the word about the census out. And part of my job is to monitor all of this that's going on in the state, set up preparations for different activities that we have, which we had a program at the state capitol for HBCUs at the end of December last year, and we're getting ready now for a program dealing with March to the Mailbox. And this is simply to tell folk that if you have not mailed your census questionnaire back, it's not too late to mail it. So we're looking for volunteers throughout Nashville and throughout Columbia, wherever the specialists are located, to get the message out that it's not too late, because the improvement of the state, the city, and the communities that we live depend on people filling out those forms. There was an article in the Tennessean which indicated that per capita, per person that fill out the census form, that means about $1,976. So you can imagine in that 2000 we had 67% of the state to fill out the questionnaire, which meant that Tennessee lost a lot of money, and many communities over the state, as well as right here in Nashville, in Columbia and other places, lost a lot of money. So what we're trying to do is to get everybody to fill out that form. And it's not too late after April 1st, and we're going to be marching in neighborhoods or in the area where the count was low in 2000 to tell people, fill it out and mail it back.
Okay, and of course, Ms. Parham, you are sort of a partnership with the team leader, is that right?
Yes.
And so why don't you give us a few statements in reference to how you became involved in this process?
Okay, I was approached by NDarby about the census, and in order to get a position with the census, you have to go through an application process. But my role is partnership specialist. And what a partnership specialist does is that there are 12 of us in the state now, and we create partnerships. We started off creating partnerships with every county mayor in the state of Tennessee. And then we created partnerships with all of the city mayors. And the goal was to make sure everyone is counted in every city and county in the state of Tennessee. And we also created partnerships with every corporate city, Chamber of Commerce, senior citizens, schools, superintendents. So the role of partnership specialist was really what it says, to create partners with organizations and government and state entities to help us make sure we count everybody, because it means money coming back into the community.
And so there's a big push on, and I think we see quite a bit of it in terms of commercials on the television and whatever about filling out the census. And what I'm surprised as we get ready for this first commercial break, and we'll be back then and talk about some other things. But what I'm surprised about in reference to what we've already said is that it's such a small form. Why don't you hold up that over the last few, and see that's so very, very small that I doubt very seriously if, and I think it has all the 10 questions that are on the questionnaire itself, and so it's not very, very difficult to really fill in and sign out. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, the form, the census slogan is 10 questions, takes about 10 minutes to fill it out, and then we want them to tell 10 other people. Our slogan is 10, 10, 10, and 2010.
Very good, and of course we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short.